A great feature with Outlook is that you can actually access your calendar directly from your email. So what you can do is you can see it sitting in front of you here, and I have 2 appointments coming up here. There's a number of ways that you can enter them in, but if I come over here to where I normally select new email item to create a new email, beside that are new items. Click the little triangle and you have a choice. You can always select an email message, but these 2 things here, new appointment and new meeting, either of these will go and sit into your calendar. So I'm going to set up a meeting. So I select meeting. Okay, it opens up. It opens up very similar to an email, and you can then go off and select who you wish to call to that meeting. So I'm going to select 2 staff members. The subject is IT. Well, in this case I'm going to just make up an IT meeting. Okay, the location. Okay, the start time of meeting and the end time. Okay, so I'm going to select a meeting for 10 o'clock tomorrow morning until, say, an hour. If I wish to change that to 11:15, I can just backspace and choose it there. In this case I'm just going to choose it there. If it was an all-day event that you were having, you could just select all-day event and the time disappears. Deselect it again and it becomes available. Okay, so I'm just going to write, this is a test message for a video recording. Okay, and you can sign your name and so on. So you can add on details as you wish. You can very simply then select that high importance if you want it to appear. If it was a weekly meeting, you can select reoccurrence there. Once you hit send, okay, you basically hit send, and the recipients, in this case Larry and the help desk, also get this email message into their inbox. It's thinking about going there now. It's just scrolling through. Okay, it's just coming through. What happens is, in this case Larry and Jerry will receive this email message. It will sit in their email as normal. It just has a slightly different icon, which I'll show you in a moment. And it also appears on their calendar on the main page. Okay, so that's gone there now, right? So if I now look at my calendar, I can see here showing in front of me I have an IT meeting from 10 until 11 in Abbey Road, and my name is listed there. If I want to get full details of that, I can just double click on it and it will open up. It's thinking about it. Okay, so there is the full information there. If for some reason you want to cancel that meeting or change the time, you do it in the same way. You just open it up and you change it. Okay, if I try to change the time here, if I try to cancel the meeting, it will say the cancellation has not been sent for this meeting. Click send cancellation to update meeting attendees. It basically won't let me cancel a meeting or change a time without letting Larry and Jerry know, because they were requested to this meeting. So I'm just going to send the cancellation message now, and that has now gone. Okay, and it has disappeared from my calendar. So it is a very useful feature to use your calendar here. So you have new items, new appointments or new meetings. Okay, either appointments or meetings sit here in your calendar, and you can of course go across using the arrow and get your appointments and your meetings for the following months to come. Okay, I now have 2 meeting requests in my email box, and you can see that the icons are slightly different. In this case they're meeting requests, so it shows 2 little people there. So the first one is there from Larry Carolyn, and the second one is from Sarah Wallace. So if I open up the one from Sarah first, and you just open it as normal by double clicking on it, okay, what you get is, if I open it fully, what you get is you see this information here, where with a meeting request you have to actually reply to it here. You can either accept the meeting, you can tentatively accept, or you can decline it or propose a new time. Just trying to get it to open up completely. Okay, it doesn't seem to want it, so I'll just scroll it over so you can see here. And it basically says, please respond. Now, Sarah's requesting a meeting for me in Abbey Road at 3 o'clock on the 13th of May. And what's happened over here on my calendar is that it is actually showing here on my calendar, but it's in slightly light grey, and it has these bars on beside it, which means that I haven't actually accepted this meeting yet. And it shows in Sarah's in the same way until I accept it. So in this case, I am going to accept it, and that time is perfectly fine. So I'm going to accept it as it is. So I just select accept, and I'm not even going to reply to her. I'm just going to send it directly now. So I just send it there now. What happens is, as I accept that meeting, it is now changed, okay? And it has changed from the grade to completely black. So now myself and Sarah have this meeting in our calendar. The second meeting now that I have here from Larry is also here showing in my calendar. Now he has requested a meeting from me again tomorrow the 13th, but he wants to meet me at 9 AM in the morning until 11:30. Now, whilst nothing is sitting in my calendar here to conflict with that time actually does not suit me, okay? So I'm actually going to accept it, but I don't want to accept it for 9 o'clock. I'm going to reply to him that I can come, but at 10 o'clock. So again, it's showing here in grey as available from 9 until 11:30 tomorrow. So in this case, I'm not going to decline him, okay? I could go here and propose a new time, but I'm actually going to accept it and edit the response before sending, because I want to explain why I can't come at 9. Okay, so let me see now. I can say, actually maybe I'll just close out of that here for a second here, and if I go into propose new time, tentative and propose new time, okay, I can now see that technically I'm available. Okay, this is like a scheduler between me and Larry. So in here I'm going to say, well, no, I'm not going to come at 9 o'clock. I'm going to come at 10 o'clock. Okay, it's showing me as fine. I'm going to propose the time. And now you see the time, proposed time is here. I am now going to say, hope that 10 AM is okay. I cannot make 9 AM. Okay, and then select, simply select send. Okay, now because that is still not accepted by Larry, it hasn't changed here, okay? I have accepted it, so it's gone black for me, but it's still showing the bars on the left because Larry hasn't accepted it. Once Larry accepts the meeting, I receive an email saying Larry's accepted this meeting, if it suits him, if 10 o'clock is fine, and both of us see it in our calendars correctly. Here I'm going to delete this item completely from my calendar. It's a meeting between myself and Sarah Wallace. So if I want to open it up, I just double click on it here. And here I have the information. I feel that I must cancel this tomorrow. Apologies. I just copied that in there a moment ago. Okay. So I'm going to now send this to Sarah. I'm going to completely cancel it. All I have to do is hit delete. And it says, do you want to send a response? Sorry, would you like to send a response to the organizer? Yes, I would, because Sarah organized it. Send the response now. Select OK. And now that has gone to Sarah, and it also has been removed from my calendar here. As you can see, you can access your calendar here at any time, and you can go across into various months and click into any date. But you can also come all the way over here on the left hand side and go directly into your calendar here underneath your mail, and you can get lots of views in here. You can click across and get, in this case you can select the days. You can have a work week, a week, or a month. Okay, so you can see your calendars in many views. I tend to just use a work week, and I toggle across beside them. You can see here as well that I have something called shared calendars, and my calendar, I can see Larry's calendar, and I can also see Seamus's calendar. So it's useful if you're working with colleagues, or you would like to share calendars with each other. It's very, very easy to do. If you would like to share your calendar with someone, you come in here into calendar view and you come up here and you select share calendar. So when you select share calendar, click on it here, and here you have similar to email, you can type in who you would like to share your calendar with. So in this case I'm going to share my calendar with Sarah. The subject is a sharing invitation, Rosaleen Lawler calendar. That comes up by default, but you can obviously type in and change it if you wish. Now you have a couple of options here. You can either choose request permission to view recipient's calendar, which means I'm requesting to see Sarah's calendar, and you can also choose allow recipients to see your calendar. So in this case where I'm asking, can she see my calendar and can I see her calendar? The other option you have underneath it is details, availability only. In this case Sarah can only see my calendar. I can give her limited details or I can give her full details. Availability just shows that you're not free at certain times. Limited details just shows roughly what I'm doing, and full details gives information of the meetings that I'm having and who is there. So you can choose any of those. In this case I'm going to choose full details, and you can also here in the box underneath type in further information. Would you like to share the calendar with me? Okay, very useful if you are working with school leaders or centre coordinators and you want to see each other's calendars. Whoops, bad typing. Would you like to share a calendar with me? And you can simply then, when you finish writing, hit send.